I'm about to share with you a strategy that you can implement using built-in NinjaTrader indicators and pretty much built-in indicators on just about any platform that has moving averages. Everything else I'm going to be drawing manually. I've got a 5-minute NASDAQ chart loaded. The last candle here is 9:15, right before the market open on October 17. I've got about 3 days worth of price action here. Scrunch this chart, this 5-minute chart down just to draw these levels. All I'm doing is drawing a horizontal line. So when I was looking at these levels, I'm just looking at the major places on the chart where I can find as many points touching as possible. When I have my crosshairs going down, scanning the charts, I just noticed that that is a really big rejection area, and so is that. It's on the same line. I drew a line there. There's 3 places where it got rejected right there, as well as a ton of places way back here. So I drew my next line there. Here I've got a nice rejection right there, and also over here, nice rejection. That was my next line. Scanning down, I had some nice rejections along here, back here, back here. Look at these. 3 big rejections. Drew my line right there. Next one, just looking at the peaks right here. 1, 2, 3 peaks. Next line, touch there, touch there, touch there, touch there, touch there. And the last line I drew was just the bottom where it touched 4 different times there. So now go over to a 1-minute chart, and this is where we left off on that last chart, right around 9:10 or 9:20. So this is how I'm using the moving average crossover along with my hand-drawn support and resistance lines. Now this indicator that I've got is a beautiful indicator. It paints candles different colors. It's very easy to see when you're below or above the moving average. Very visual, beautiful, helpful reminder. Makes your charts look good. Highly recommend it. There's a link in the description. However, you could also just use the built-in moving average indicators like the EMAs, the SMAs, HMA, whatever you like. This is a 20 SMA. This is my slow moving average. The fast moving average that I'm using to detect the crossover is a 3 EMA, and I've got it so it's invisible. I don't need to see it. All I want to see is the color change on the candlesticks. So here we go. SMA, can change it to any period I want. I can change this to any color that I want. Can change the style, can change how wide. Now let's add my 3 EMA. There's an EMA. There's a period of 3. Alright, so here's the exact same thing with just the built-in indicators. Definitely not as sexy. No way. But it still functions. You can see our 9 EMA is below the 20 all through here. We don't get a crossover till a little bit after 10. Stays above. Crosses below a little bit right before 11. Stays below. Crosses over again at 11:13. Stays above. So it's possible. It's not sexy, but it's possible. Now look at that. That just looks a billion times better to me. Worth the $150 I spent or whatever I've spent at the time. NINZA's having sales all the time. I got a coupon in the description too. It's easy enough to do your own back testing with the built-in indicators and see that it works. Then when you're ready to invest the money, it's just easier to look at, in my humble opinion. 9:31, we get a nice close below the support and resistance line that we drew. And we are below the 20 SMA. Candles are red. So we are looking to target the next support and resistance line that we drew. And blam! Bada bing! It hits. It also closes below the next support and resistance line here. So we'd be looking to target somewhere lower. I don't have any more support and resistance lines, so Later on, after 10 o'clock, we get a close above the 20 SMA. Our candles start turning green, but look, it's hugging the support and resistance line. Hasn't broke out. Barely breaks out here. I don't know if I'd trust that little bit of a breakout. This candle, great breakout above this purple support and resistance line. Targeting next support and resistance line. That's 30 points right there in 3 minutes. I mean, really 1 minute if you count where it touched right here. Then we get a break above the next support and resistance line. What are we looking to do? Candles are green. Everything's above the 20 SMA. We're looking to target the next support and resistance line. There it is. The way I like to trade this strategy, after we have a crossover, I'm definitely interested in the first move, possibly the second move, third time, just depends. I obviously don't suggest using this strategy completely alone. I would always incorporate, VWAP, order flow, volume, some other support and resistance lines. I'm just showing you this basic, simple, baseline kind of strategy. So we get a break above, it would be our third trade. Eventually does make it to the next support and resistance line, but it retraces back, right back to the 20 SMA, hugs the 20 SMA. Then we get another pop up, and look at the size of this candle. Very strong rejection off the 20 SMA. If we got in right there, 04, that's still over 15 points up to this purple line. We get a break above the next support and resistance line. You can see later on we do make it up way over here. But look at this big move. Are you still totally interested in going long at that point? This is like number 4 now. We get a retracement back to the 20, a bounce up. We get our first close below the 20 SMA right here. So we could be looking to target the support and resistance line below. There's a 13-point move. We had a little bit of a hang up. It went back up to this support and resistance line before coming back down. So that's our first move. We're getting a lot of consolidation here. It's after 11. I'm not even trading after 11, but let's just see what happened. Price closes above the 20 SMA again, but we are super close to this purple support and resistance line. There's really not much room to get into a trade. But if we wait for a breakout and we actually get a close above this purple line, like a pretty good sized close, that thing went up 40 points from there, up to our next support and resistance line. And all these lines were drawn out completely before the market opened at 9:30. And I'm using this moving average crossover and the close of these candlesticks to gauge when I'm getting into a trade. And you want to make sure and wait till the candle actually closes. Like this candle had a big spike up, but it closed down here. Non-entry. Wait till the close. This candle, it closed above the support and resistance line, not below. There's your entry. And if you want a great free indicator, this is the bar status. Look at the size of this timer. It'll help remind you to wait till the candle close. I did a whole video about it. This one's free. There's a link in the description. The bar status indicator, the moving average crossover indicator, which this one costs money. Support and resistance lines, free. All it costs is your time and effort. Unsexy version, free. Hitting the like and subscribe button, also free. Using my code at Apex, free, and it saves you money. Hope you got something good out of watching. Test out some moving averages. Try some different moving averages. There's so many that work well. This is one of my favorites. Best of luck in your trading.